why can't I orgasm during sex? There's a lot of women who come see me who are not getting orgasms during penetrative sex with their partners, and they feel like something's wrong with them. Here's the deal. You may not have anything wrong with you. I know that's hard to hear. So when people watch porn or see sex on TV, it always shows women having sex with penetration. But the reality is women get orgasms. It shows women having orgasms with penetration. And they seem to be having a really great time. But the reality is that you are likely needing clitoral stimulation and more direct clitoral stimulation. So a weird rule of thumb. If your clitoris, I have them with me. So if your clitoris is a thumb's length or more away from the vaginal opening, this clitoral head part, then it's going to be harder for you to get an orgasm through penetrative sex because the penis will not be directly stimulating the clitoris. This is just your anatomy, right? So if your clitoris is way up here and the penis is going in, I hope you can see this. Actually, the penis might be that. Well, I don't know. I mean, it depends on what position you're doing, right? But so if the penis is here and the clitoris is up here, guess what? No dice. It's just a biological difference. There are multiple vulvas. I would encourage you to go look up something called the Great Wall of Vulva, just to see how many different vulvas there are in the world, right? And I know it doesn't represent everyone, but there's 1,000 vulvas on a wall. So that means that all of these vulvas come in different shapes and sizes, and you having a clitoris that's up higher is completely normal. It's just one of the variations. But if you have a higher set clitoris, and you're trying to do something that just biologically is not possible, then yeah, you're going to feel abnormal or like something's wrong with you. So what is the way to then work on getting orgasms with a partner? You got to get creative. You've got to be willing to have oral sex as an option. So some women, what they're doing is they're receiving oral sex from a partner and getting their orgasm first that way, and then having penetrative sex, which, by the way, this is your clitoris. So then these bulbs and this gets engorged. It feels really nice by the time he is inserting into that. And so, yeah, it can still feel really good. You may not get your orgasm that way, but it can still feel really good if you get the clitoris going. Some women are not doing it before, but doing it afterwards and again, you can use oral sex, you can use direct fingering, you can use a vibrators. People use vibrators all the time. And so, but I want you to understand it can happen before or after, if that's the case. If you have been able to successfully get an orgasm with a vibrator, then after having penetrative sex, then he can grab the vibrator. I have some here, of course, because I always keep things around, like a trusty bullet to the clitoris, and then boom, that's what you do. So you've had good penetrative sex, and he goes and grabs the vibrator, and he uses that on your clitoris, and you have to show him. You have to show him how you do it to yourself, because again, he doesn't own a vulva. He needs to learn how to do that. But then your orgasm can happen afterwards, and you can cuddle and connect, and it's still a good sexual experience. But the one thing that will likely need to happen is you've got to get creative sexually, and you've got to be open to doing it in a different way. Because yeah, you may not be able to get an orgasm through penetrative sex. Now, keep in mind, your clitoris is this big. So there are different positions people try, like woman on top, forward-facing cowgirl. Sometimes makes it possible to rub on this a little bit easier. There's grinding motions that some women work to use to get a little bit more passable with that oral or the orgasm with sex. There are so G-spot stimulation is literally clitoral stimulation. It's just on the inside. I know we've come up with that G-spot name, but really it's the clitoris. These are the bulbs. So using fingering in different ways and learning G-spot stimulation can be a way to do it with a partner. But the big thing I need you to understand and accept about yourself is that your body is the way it is, and you've got to learn to orgasm the way your body can orgasm and accept that, as opposed to trying to make something fit that won't fit, right? If you can't do it with a certain position, that's not you being weird or wrong. That's just your vulva being a different shape, your clitoris being a different spot, and needing different direct stimulation. But all of us, to get orgasms, need direct clitoral stimulation somehow. And just some of us were lucky enough to get clitorises that are very close to that vaginal opening, but not that many, actually. It's a very low percentage. So if you would like to learn more, if you'd like to get help, please see me at therapistintstlouis.com and submit a contact form. Please like and subscribe and submit comments below.